All right, I'm back. Sarah McCarthy, Go Premiere with the Triple P team. I always get so self-conscious when I do this, and it's been so rainy today. My hair is like doing this like funky little thing. Anyway, let's talk Hostess Packets. What do you put in your Hostess Packets? Well, you should always have them prepared. Um, because you never know when you're going to book a party. You can carry them in your car, you can make them at events, you can have them at parties when you book other parties. I am a big slacker on this. I'll usually just be like, here's a couple papers. But when I have them together, I'm a little bit more organized. Let me talk about what I have them together since I'm going to make them. Let me grab, per the usual, stuff's not in front of me because I think and do it later. Anyway, I have these 9 by 12 envelopes. I'm probably going to buy some cello envelopes, which you can get at mygirlfriendshouse.com. They're about $16 for 100 of them. They're really good. You can get a 10 by 13, and you don't have to fold these if you get that. But I just get these for now, the 9 by 12s. I was kind of in a rush to pick them up. And what I will do is I will put 2 posh papers in there. That way they have one for them and one to pass around for friends or something. I will throw in a couple samples. Unlike my other packet, my recruiting packet, you need to make sure that the samples are up to date for the current catalog. That way you're not giving them old samples that they'll fall in love with and it's been retired and possibly sold out of. The recruiting one, I'll just be like, there's stuff in there. If you like it, if you don't like the scent, whatever. I might have some in stock. There's a mixture of everything just to show you a little bit like what Posh is about. But on the Hostess, I want to book stuff, so I'll tell them to pass these around. Right now, I just put 2 in here just because I'm a little low in samples, but I might throw 3 or sometimes even 4 depending on the Hostess. This one happens to have a muddy honey mask and a Brazilian body butter. I do like to stick to some of my favorites. I'm going to start doing that a little bit more, just doing more of my favorites. Say I put my favorite samples in there too. They're my favorites. I hope you like them too. That way they get a little goodie kind of for booking. I also will put in, of course, my business card with the bag. And I will put in this little Hostess letter, and at the top, when they book it, I will put the date and I'll put the time. Underneath, I tell them what is in there. So 2 posh papers, 4 to 5 order forms. You can always copy the order forms if you don't have enough. I used to do that all the time at school because it was just cheaper because I would go through them so much than doing the triplicate ones. The Love Posh, Be Posh brochures. So you're going to do the Be Pampered one, and you're going to do the Love Posh, which I put away, which is the recruiting one. You always want some sort of recruiting information in. And then a wish list. I need to find what I did with those, otherwise I have to print them. But the wish list that you can just put in there so that they can fill them up. And then this is notes that talks about shipping to handles. Talking about being local, that I will ship to me within Delaware and deliver, so that way they get a little bit tax-free. Tells you to work on 2 things: get outside orders, have friends book shows if they can't come, personally message friends who live out of state and can't come about ordering online. I talk about making a guest list and over inviting. You can throw in a Frank's list if you want to. It talks about perks, and then it has my contact information on it, so I make sure that that goes in there. That is pretty much what I do in there. You always want a piece of recruiting information to do it. I don't put my Why Posh in there, but we can talk about that later. But you do put a little bit of booking and information. You can put, I talked about this in the recruiting ones, you could put one of these flyers in there, these postcards. These are outdated. I never use them, which is very bad, but I need to get new ones. But because Loud and Proud is not our thing, but it will have little information about the team and about me. I'll probably put my picture. Here's my contact information. Here's a little, I have best decision ever. And then I can put thank you for agreeing to host a party. Here's your samples. Thank you. You can pass it forward or da 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 da. And it has that little blurb about joining the team and all that good stuff. And these are kind of handy. Once again, Nicole's Pearsall's idea, because you can take a sample. And, once again, if you're out and about, you can do this. Or you're at a show, you can staple them all together. You can staple a sample to it. Sample should have your contact information on it. I'm a very firm believer of everything that leaves your hand should have your contact. Staple that to it, and bam. You could put these in You can put these in when you package up orders. You can put these in bags when people buy stuff at events. You can do all sorts of stuff with these, and it has a little blurb about joining the team and maybe planting that seed. So that's what I do with the Hostess packets. I do mark in the upper right hand corner because right now I have the same color. I'll mark an R up there, and the R will indicate recruiting. If I buy cellophane bags, which I think I'm going to do, I can buy 2 different colors, and one will have one will be my recruiting packet, and the other one will be my Hostess, so that way I don't get confused. And usually the Hostess does have, it's a little bit thicker because it has 2 papers in there. I will also set up a Facebook party and just invite so that they can have all that, so their online friends can do stuff, because you want to work multiple markets. And I tell them it doesn't matter how many they have, they can have just them and I'll come and do them, because then it becomes a one-on-one situation. So it really doesn't matter how many they have. The more the merrier, but I can do a one-on-one too. So I hope that helps you guys out. And remember that the more you're prepared, the better you do. I find that a lot of times I'm not because I slack, but I need to be working on that rather than waiting till an hour and a half before I need to leave to make this all up. For the record, I just got some money yesterday to buy the envelopes. So that's how unprepared I am. Don't be like me. So show me your Hostess package. Show me what you got. Talk to you guys later. Bye.